this idea with who I can talk to, because I am feeling so bad. I feel so bad. I feel so bad when I saw things, videos, pictures, things that are happening currently in Congo, things that are happening currently in Cameroon, and and things that are happening in Ivory Coast. What Ivory Coast is doing in order to sell, his brothers up to the colonizers. These things, they pain me to the level that I cannot just take it anymore. People know me as a comedian, but when it comes to Africa, I have it in heart. I have it in heart. I may not be one of those people who are always on the media talking about this thing, but what I do on the ground and what I do, I know it. I have conversations with people, different people. So right now I have a friend. This friend is currently in Congo. He's a journalist. He's an American journalist. He's a lady. I met this lady in Sudan. I went to Sudan for a mission, and I met her there since 2010. So we were in touch till today. But I got some pictures from her, some videos from her. These are terrible, and these are things currently going on in Congo. In Congo, but many people are not aware of these things, Pandi. So that's why I want us to be talking about this thing.
Of course, that's a great idea, brother, and I really appreciate it, because like I said before in my last life, that I told Africans that we are all Pan-Africans. There is nothing like you will say, okay, Pandi is there, then we don't need to do anything for Africa. We leave everything, Pandi is there. Every African is an Pan-African. We all can put hands together and bring out information to bring awareness to each other. Maybe Pandi is an Pan-African, that's what people may see, but there are some information that people may know, Pandi will not know. So if we don't open to each other, we are going to be hiding some secret from each other, because you know something, Pandi don't know it. Pandi knows something, you don't know it. So when we don't come together, everybody, this is a work for all Africans. As far as you are Black African, it's your work to become an Pan-African, either you like it or not. As far as you love African continent, you want Africa to be free. It's all of us. The work is for all of us to come together as one and bring out informations and give our ideas together, so that we could gather something together. We could get something from it, each and every one of us, either those who are watching or either those who are in life. We will all learn from each other. Thank you so much, my brother. I really appreciate you came to my life today and you wanted to discuss this thing with me, because I'm not the only Pan-African on media, but you choose me to come to my platform to have this conversation with me. I really appreciate it a lot, and I am so 100% so many people will learn from our discussion, and I also may learn from this discussion, because learning never stops.
So and the second reason is why I have to consult you, because now this message we are going to send, we are speaking right now, we are speaking in English for many people across the world, not even Gambian, Senegalese, Mali, Nigeria, whoever can understand the English language can get the message at least, but in other way around, we both speak the same language. We speak Mandinka, and Mandinka. The thing, and here is the thing. The message I want to send here, because when I think of, back in Africa, in the Gambia, Mandinka is not a language which is just speaking in the Gambia. It's speaken in many countries. Millions of people speak Mandinka around the world. And some of these people, they speak only Mandinka. Some people are just unfortunate. They don't go to school. They don't speak English. They don't understand it. So it would be better for those people who are always, following you, and your program, for them to understand what really is going on, because it is time for each and every single one,
African to understand,
single African to get a message, of course. So that's why today we will be speaking even Mandinka here, because we nyantaka message yo send le puruntol fongol la molia mune atin na Pan-African ol mansi antolia. When it come to Pan-Africanism, mune atin na ntolla funding kill Gambia, ntolla funding kill cool jube minol be kan Gambia science ning atra bankol dolema funding ke wole ku dol condemn le science, but Gambia no until we feel so reluctant. Gambia no, because ajube Gambia no ka ku dole mira mi ya lonko ateka wili le reka aje ko bimbe dasa mo soto no la nyaadi la ateka o drone fenke but munem resinoti mi atina ite mu banku dingoti dasa mo fo soto ka koleyete bulu wo botana muntole etol buka wo jube so ntol Gambia no nate betama kan aboita dama ko wole jube alafta jela mi ate boyndi watra takita dami nga nyanta jela jube la so ntol nyanta kam message yo senle Pandi nyanta kam message yo senle to our people more minul be Gambia funding kelle be Gambia sa pan-africanism is everywhere funding ke wolle be lori simol la kaji ko nyim banko mbe banku kan alate jira nan kanaka mansa kundala kul fali nin tajirinte yalbe kerim funding ke wolle ya sembo soto nyaadi le atolle kam mansa sindi ya understand le so nga diamu nga cool ke nga diamu nga message all sent to the media nga government we hold the government accountable but nyine mantranto la Gambia so wole ati na birin sita nga nyin kuomira ndeni jumala se nyin kachano ngaje ko nim Pandi is the right person who is fit to for this position pour nga na nyin cool diamu ya understand so
baraka bake na brother
yeah.
Na appreciate bake le anu you wanting for mele kuma kuntu you wanting for Gambia la Karola komi ni na tahani mandinko for na Karola ini aje ntafam buka dia mandinko kambake because na funding ke ole nasi jauta mbemu Gambia funding ke ole te bar nasi jauta le when it came to pan-africanism ngaje ko we are not among Africa until kamundale ka banko mem fam under Africa fam kono that Africa la kudo we are not participating in anything so akanda fam malle sometimes when I see ikaje kudol katar caring Africa momo kono Africa funding ke o be katar diamo kala bari ka Gambia dam mala je buka han mo klinje diamo laje so kamundal ko Gambia is out of Africa so Gambia katar wonyale so nyina tine Gambia no found buka right soto no oy buka knowledge soto no ku jama be caring Africa kono because mom participate we don't want to participate in these things ngaje ko useless tale imu ko lati manya na ndabula la mento nonto na mol be jele be film bakele man fellong Africa la ko banku jama 40 ante bulu ye fen jama lon na gumbulu mfauna banko mo lon no mbulu because mo kadi amuno kawnina
exactly
mbuka diamu no mandinga kawnina because ngaje ko itali kajele ko kusi fal wo mutawe solti so ni mentality be bulle ko ni mutawe solti ay mando kule soto o yalla jele so ni mentality be na mol bulu bakele andu nyanta kalon ne membe kere especially na pabil membe je na merol membe je brodo sol membe so kono e mantar ku jama kala mutaring Africa fauna Karola andu bi Africa betaka nyame we are going to Africa betaka ne pour be nyola problème long isaje salon be ko takula nyame ne ajibe banku jamal bi ajibe mol kata diam kay ka bodo yaka bo Nigeria akara diam kam banku do la problème ndebe Gambia le boton ka diam banku jolle la problème so these are things like pour ka mol ka fu nyoma but Gambia be koma bakele nana ta nyun kusifa la pour Gambia ka fu banko ko don
bake papande mela kumo kunto but Gambia ni ka be koma le womu bakele ntolbe koma bakele ajibe ndolla politician ol aninna nyaton ko le nyine long ya lonko Gambia funding ke o dati man sakunda kuto wala atinna pour kantol nene aka sonia nyi mol bulu bake ni
thank you so much
Pandi ni ajube bi ite millong Africa la kuolto Dr. Cisse as a president advisor wo mo lon dunia fa ngola kuolto ite I am 100% so commenting a millong Africa banku kota ngola kuolto problemol ni tajirente yalto minul be kiri Gambia wo Dr. Cisse mo long but bi wolle bento la man sakunda la highest level oto as ni ajube nying fenke atodung Dr. Cisse ning the other guy nyina tatola fango Sabali ajube nyil mo dindi ngol leti minul ya lonko nyinul man fen kala muta dunia kono so ni full man sakunda bula nyil bulu nyil iferetale imman karande man fellong yoke bari iferetale man dunia ta man di nyalong bot yalon ne ko ku kilingi ben sambaka wala di kam mone wala yalon ne ko Gambia funding ke wol data dunia kisi rukuto iye fe ofem foli woli rek wol kala wolela woli atne kan neneno e ko nyeko do ya fo nyenna boyo do ya fo nyekunu nga ko nyeko Dr. Cisse ka vessel le sanga ke di boyo la jam football vessel felentin jurumari mbulu jangata nga vessel tala funding ke wolte ma janende ka mol le kol jam birin jam fo Milano Italy la dulalto momo yalon ko timo be bulu Gambia le al nana vessel felentin ni simo se futani nante ya kurtoni dendi ko felentin janga kuta mal nayna kama dol felentin bulite banna vespe ya jama bal atakan mol nene wala Gambia bodi ka wo kam mune itandila ko Gambia no la kuningo dunia la kuto aman jam fani wonta nyil se mol nene no nyil man tama man fello bulbe mo nene no la nyaadi le wala tne ka loy ka kumol fo funding ke buka funtino kay la kumol bay ni lu lota jang ko di youths are happy youths all bebe dairy moment fem fo mol ba jela ko to nyalem adun yin carte fo yo min kana nan ten pandi abe nde abe jarlante yele pour nga diamu wato wati ndela diamu mbakela media to ay kenyente kanna mol kunindi ka yetendi la ko tajirin yal minul keta Gambia na fulo dama min dunta Gambia beta ta kasaro kono billahi wallahi tallahi ninga carte fo yo ke nyimman say kote ka sita min bijeya mobe banko domola nimman banko domon be nyow domolo banko kam because Gambia bitaka nyami pandi amantrata kanku so guys we just want to send a little message. That's why we are speaking.
Yeah. I will even want people who are following right now who cannot speak Mandinka. You should be very a little bit patient with us. We are sorry because we have to speak this language. As far as any local language in Africa that we know how to speak, we will speak it so that for those people to understand, because we are speaking to Africans. So when we are always speaking in English, there are people also who cannot speak English, and they will when a matter comes, a matter that deserve the local language, that so that those people can understand. So that's why mostly we speak the local language for those people to understand perfectly what we are saying. As far as we are speaking to the whole Africans, any local language that we know how to speak, we will come in it to speak so that those people will understand perfectly. So you people should be a little bit patient with us. We know you all want to understand what we are saying in the local language, but it will be translated anytime. As far as the same thing that I was saying about Africa, the same thing we are saying in local language for all other peoples to understand.
Yeah.
So please guys, thank you so much for the patient, So you take a little bit patient with us.
Exactly. And the benefit of this thing is that not only in Mandinka, if we can speak Wolof and Jola, we want to send the message across to everybody. So this thing that we are doing right now, speaking in Mandinka, if you are Pan-Africans and you can speak your local language, find someone, you go live on TikTok, you spread the message to those who cannot speak English. This is what we are doing right now. So that's why we are speaking in Mandinka, to send the message far away. Not just to those who can only understand English language, okay, but to send it the message across, because this is the time. In Africa, this is the time. We are in revolutionary time. So each and everyone need to get the message. We all need to get the message. So Pandi, the thing is that surprise la purukan ning Pandi jambi. I am talking about Africa and things like this. Okay. Muneba womo dol surprise la, because the ko maybe they have never, some of these people they don't know me. You understand? Imantel long.
Yeah, long. Exactly. Sorry, melok makundu bariyaje and adamadon hani ma along inene namansi. Yeah. Adamadon na structure ni adamadon jibe i adamadon long ni nya bota modo kando kala mo sival nyakilo bako ka see some ka vidi jamale post nu kongola karola.
Yeah.
Nke follow lenu.
Exactly.
Video you follow. So all that nakabri message don kafonyo ko, we need to speak about these things. Appreciate back because I know you know something about these things that maybe in the form more long. So dunia mo kachala and nga appreciate back for na daga Gambia not, because nga jele ko Gambia we are lack of peoples who will come out on media to pruka emphasize on na balunya la bang na mansakundala maralinya la bang mbemfam bondino la nyaadi le bang Gambia be komo back le Africa banko bere bata kono de, but Gambia be bata men kono asembo warata dum fana ibentara silo nyine kam pruka bo bata kono ibuka moje Gambia me alonko abo silo nyita ne kan Gambia no la pruka Gambia no bondo bata kono mo be katara munala complaining din kensan mo be katara wala iyo ka Gambia no letter siri be complaining din kensan même fa alo ate sense make la ate sense deal la ate educate la e katara odi amusifa lela. So those things are not making sense.
Good. Wale atina ko ka be mo jama ba surprise la minul bente fango jela, because ika yente longa ni munela ne sikalale comedian akatra comedy lela ne sikalale. Okay, na doku manke wodi. Ntela doku, ntela professor mo nyine ti yalo nga nyin journalist muso nyi ngaminda kumo fo jante mi yalo kon ka fo ko right now abe Congolais ndeni wo mita Sudan munente si woto. I went there for a military mission for the first time in mbenyin fola media jang. I served the Gambia army for 9 good years. I served the Gambia army for 9 good years. I travel a lot. with the ex-president. I travel a lot with him. Nga dula jama balema, nga banku jama balema. So cool dol bi jele minul ya lonko. The reason why I left the country, womu kuleti mi ya lonko nte o disclose la jang, ya understand le. But to show other people that okay, mbediamu kan kula mi ya lonko. Banko sambanya, dunia bankul bitaka nyami, be bankul samba kan nyami. okay nga kundillo njele nga kundillo mansa kundal tamandinyal tole because ntama tale ntata bankol kan ne dami ya lonne ko kelol le bo bankol kan sitale nga cool jele ningol wala mansa kundal kelol create bankol kan nyaadi le cool ku jawol keta bankol kan nyaadi le nga nyil be lonne so bi kanaka si media data kelante ku kutoti puruka ku dol bije ka woldi am to moreover to talk about security in Africa in general. You understand? You go to every country, each and every nation in Africa, we have the same problem. Our we vote for people because they are our tribes. Okay, he is a Mandinka, I am a Mandinka. Even if he is not fit for the position, I will vote for him. This is the the political things. When it comes to voting, this is how we think as African. You understand? And this is not getting us anywhere, Pandi. This is not getting us anywhere. Okay? Me, I don't care okay, I want SFL to handle this country, okay? Even if someone may disagree with me, but I will say these things, okay? Because I don't care if Barrow is a Mandinka or this thing. No. Now we want to change the government.
No, brother, sorry, mera kumakundu. Point killing majang. So le wala tinang ko adama do nimmang diam drombo kanyo lono. Maybe you have a reason manatine SFL choose.
Yeah.
And I also have my reasons. I can choose because I speak with the man always.
Good.
And this
and
is it.
See,
I don't need
mom about it, yeah? We have never talked about this.
This is my first time. I was surprised to hear this from you. I'm basically surprised about you choose prefer SFL. Why I prefer SFL? Because ninala diamo wada ninkanya faiko ntema kodo need purka it is a symbol banko kam pur banko molieje because amanjere ye fan fonte ndenge study le for a long time SFL ntarte purke study ka lo mojo malti bar la fanyina fanana ko to support you man coordinate bulu bar mbe support la pour etar ye ka banko la nyaton ko mbe la fanyina fanana ko you very mindful ko me akena mbe dol bondi kanja kane soto adum fana banko ye banko la cool banko mol ko la ko mira bake because ente mo sifalti mbe support la man feniti bulu ndele bena la Gambia mbe campagne o kele ngala hidi wala la dumbala hila an media jamba foka nyina mo na first time to pruka for media ndele eza fa la hidi wala ndeva on ya ko nkai ko I see you as a man who is fit to rule that country and I see the knowledge and experience in you.
Maybe
and I'm ready to support you to the last
maybe ala campaign nse benno wala ala campaign as a kenon niebe wala je because wo ben ngam kono falindiro be kelan tolla banko kanne falindiro abekela je because Gambia be bulu jaw bale kono Gambia be bulu jaw bale kono Gambia be bulu jaw bale kono ajibe
Gambia be bulu kono membu ka Gambia je aka ike fanaje.
Exactly. Adung Gambia bita kan dulal to dami ya lonko sanji tanala ite pandi as pandi ite min pandi min felenting aninte Gambia dulal bije dami ya lonko nteni teta hanyala kan singol loje comme South Africa be nyami bi Gambia be kela wonyama because
why
Gambia
not?
felenting saying ibe lanol wafikan Libanisol Pakistanol nim fenkol lema pandi teta Pakistan nte min felente tata Pakistan ne sinya sabantata Pakistan adu nyin sinya sabol betu ngamin ke jakatambe kari worolale ntata Pakistan tata Afghanistan ndata nyim bankol bedo bari ndata India adu nyille bentol la banko ka wolle be lanol sankantol la banko ka
sankantol la baybe company lo kanje
pandita Pakistan yella fika korda fango korda damma sanje fay ba miral foyte nyamata
they are not stupid because yallo ne ila banko me ila banko na faye wole long
wolle kanantol la banko kan ika 200 by 200 meters sanka yetendal la ko ina tol la nyim banko atol la jang moti jang man sakunda ti jam fenti ya tol man dunia tamandi nyalong Gambia bina kela ko South Africa be nyaming South Africa la Oriana felante mo fingo singo buka loje South Africa
mo fingo singo buka donje very good I said this before nganyum fona jam mo jama konyo ko ebe wuli yalla wote keno la South Africa kono mo dulay tar woto mo fingo buka singo lo dem ko ila school do fanlo mo findinde buka ta school ta lungo mo Africa bankol te South Africa
2010 be South Africa 2010 be South Africa mo buko fonye fan 2010 be South Africa kari konon to mbije South Africa kono ntata wod lal beto nye bele je nyalate mo fingo nyabu kama nka min foyete wole bije de pandide billahi walla mo fingo nyabu kama yata woto ni koy ko mo fingo buka dunjanga manke komi ka fo ko be tali ngol la de e kamin foyto nyale mbida sate wollota mo fingo singo nene malloja di tumba be
wallahi mo koyo doron
ni tumba je rek il faut rewbe funti laje mo nek tambi mo nek ta jang ni lokun sabada male rek ko keta jang South Africa ama musundingo muta je tubabo ma musundingo muta ka sepun muso fula aye muta aye sepun aye fa aye sepun ke subol fa ala se woli domo wala keta South Africa waketa South Africa nye lokum fula nyato dama so Gambia nimman diamu Gambia bo dulale walinkan because foreigner le binaka e ba dulal sankan tajube Senegambia la dula dolbije ni te tata je ite hanyele kataje ebe kumotilina dula to rek ebe police ol jela ne ebe walina wala PIU wala ba fule te futa no la jana ni ko mune kete ba fule tubabo le bo mafango aka kuma setenne tubabo le bo mafango pandi ba fule te futa no la je na bom salini kan be badala ike balila banko kam ko dula doldo
yaje na hani mantar Gambia fon ne banko lombake yalo munaka banko damage munabuka banko damage ne nyilong ne Gambia tabulo jibe kalo nako this was the problem of Gambia yalo ngafa Gambia no le ko kala banko kalbe na kala je luntown alla banko kalbe na bon luasel luntown le men la kala banko ka yala banko sang ngonal mal hakiloto alla kodo banko kan afan ko be fala se fala be sembo so alla banko kodo
abeke kan
adum bimbe nyatelin ka wala ngaw fo Gambia no le jambal yalla Gambia no molti me yalon ko e quand même fo Gambia no lié e ka jele ko ite kan talent ke o me bi te ka political game or play because Gambia no dalta political game wuli ya fola Gambia no dalta nyina la Gambia no mandal reality la pour ka reality sata nga singa reality sata
no
na mol mandali wala bake andu yanda ka dalini nako there are realities ni mol be sirimbe diam ka reality la mol be jele men yalon ko be na le political wuli yalla fola pour yetari la karola but ndeni ite manke politician ti ndel man sa nyinina what all we need intel la na banko le ya fansoto so mol nyanda kanyin kusi Gambia no nyanda kanyin la korosi mol be jele men yalon ko be na sila le pour yetari la political party ko mol be jele fana men yalon ko wol found me fan kay me la family kay Gambia la je because in the family be Gambia la kono nintenga na family ke anko man Gambia ke den man na family ke because na family be Gambia la kono
exactly abuje wala
ngana siyo le ke man Gambia ke den man na siyo ke because na siyo be Gambia la kono so first is Gambia
exactly.
This is very important, na bro.
No, is as African, we put Africa first. When it comes to your country, you put your country first. Okay, we stand for this. But Ajube,
very good.
Ndoma bakilin fakiling I video sen yanang. Wobe atebe steering faratole. About I video sen yanang nyim problemo keta sukuta merol tata ila farol to ikabaluo ke dami ya tra Chinese sol bedulal sumankang. Ye Chinese so ye bay je ke bay a video bije ka Chinese sol kam bamal bay dami yalon kontrol wuluta le ngatara wolbe firo ke ka wodlato wala na ko ni la jabol ni la fenkol ye wontol balundi wolela kan samba karambungul to ka karambungul jonye man sakunda nata wafi Chinese sol be je sumanka wolu fo kan na merol bay panin ko ye ko kan na merol bay na banko kan ikela mero bay mbama akadoko ke dami yalon ko
wolu Gambia no le karang. This is the high time ko Gambia no le wuli ye karang yalo muna be tamakela banko kam because abetaka mbulo men kono is very dangerous. It's very dangerous because wole men kana luntown Chinese or Lebanese or men ka banko ni bankena kenso ni sang wole ka o ka ke wol tatle forever ibuka wol bondi no bulu because alla mansa bal dun ka wol bulle hanno mansa jita pour kana o keno mutawalla it become very hard atel katara la banko ka albuka keno fonsot no alta buka kenolti luntown le taka keno tatel la banko keno be ngalibani so do jate company la loje kabira kena sa company loje Gambia de un employer buke jo kar woro ni Gambia de un tata police buka kukeje
ite kukela je nyine ko min ben diminkang je ite bi Pandi nteni ite bi ntol wanyama tentol langata Pakistan hani dula ntol ngadami fongo fo jande a opportunity fongo anafulo tenteni ite bulu hani Africa na la nyi wa Dangote na la nyi koditi ya mumo betu atita Pakistan ay company yeleje wo fongo na bo kela be kodi baka tangole bondila nteni ite ngantol da bondili sako ya fata wol jola
no amam possible fam
amam possible fa bita wala banko kam fanga ye dokundi karkilim fanga wala joye sawung ama wol jo wo fango takela bari na ya jube wo Chinese sol ni wo Pakistan sol ni wo Bangladesh sol ni Lebanese sol le kanantol la banko kan ye company ndi yeleje ibuka sonka ikana mol dokundi buka sonke jo fo kari saba kari nani kari lulu ni tata mansa kunda yede tek nim banko dollem hani Kenya janjanja ni o keta janne ibela company soronna bare ta Gambia
inko ebe company le malala
ta Gambia ya jube wole be kerin tolla banko kan bari pandi ajube Gambia do ya batale ngadiamo purun na molsa understand mimbe kering Gambia do ya baba batale nyin dunia kono Gambia la development no fango dama ninga mansale soto mi ya lonko nyim mansa wulitale purukan na banko doku wole ata wulindia ata kering Africa kono banko mi ba fango soto la ka Gambia si ata kering
na bro the Gambia estate old Gambia is just estate old
Pandi nga mira nga kuo mira mbuka dango bondino pandi nga kuo mira pan
okay ni manke moti me alon ko men fana mansa mansa inkomo long ani mansa ka bankola inkomo sabana nyadi ni ma wolondron iti kamera ko no mansa be do kola no mansa ba try kan no Gambia do abata mansa ke do ko en am telling you Gambia do abata mansa me wolta pour ka Gambia do ko Gambia do abata do ko en
ngo ni tata
I'm telling you ni mira kabirin talani mansa sita kabirin Adam Baro sita kodo inkomo kodo men nata income as income kodo men dunta as income woda madama ay Gambia bila ban fereng Gambia is not lack of anything but kodo nyina manta due process kodo nyenketale bar Gambia nol buka nyim faamu de because aka muneke aka wulle doron ay yalon last time non kavindara Gambia basela biricho ne konen police o problème o sotla je because kabrin de men nay ko e biricho nyele ko kabe jolale o de enter Gambia le o de fa watar de fa moto kono a gelegele kono pour ka gelegele ñu la fa pour ka bridge cross ngani na fo police ko ngay ko alla man sa kay ñu bridge lo pour ka basen ko da hande say albe joro ke kam na ko ñu freedom is not free akonye ko development is not free you have to pay for development ngay say ne atar development is not free man sa ñu menjo man sa ñu bridge o melo jang mu ne Chinese la tabla 600 mu natina angale ta safari nje ngay na atar no is free we have to Gambians have to pay for it then mu ne Chinese la fonko sijan tabla sijan muna atina Gambia la tabula montarge muna atina Gambia la flako montarge muna atina Chinese la flako be kelaje ni atara ni man don ton kay te fama fam item police te boti ma fam ko nyim biricho ala man say ni don tole
pandi Gambia ni be diamula Gambia anko ndela ka fu nyomal minul ya lonko nteni wolle do ko ke banko kan sanji konon ton ni wolle do ko ke bi ni ndol ka diamon ka bala fayele as a military personnel with your uniform ye do ko ke banko e sanji kononto wol dol ma lom fango banko katama nyami wol dol ma lon Senegal munebe tama kan dunia kono fango bi wol dol fangol ma wolong ajube ngafo e pandi kodo min dunta Gambia ni OIC min tambida kodo min dunta Gambia wo kodo damma ay Gambia be de dale fo sanji tang afonye ko nyadi pandi billahi wallahi tallahi ajube ye kodo min ta ya bule la posol kono ngo da bondije but Adama Barrow ye motol minul sang wo motol nyin Toyota SUV hani BB ni dun to gogul ya saj moto killing is $150,000 killing ay wo kemele sang keme just ka luntangol bondi nang airport to ke Sambela hotel otos just 1 hour rek ate wo fango sila ka luntangol bondi nang airport ke Sambela hotel to rek ye moto keme sang wala kalon ne ko ndolla banko kam man sabije wo buke mira ninga banko bula wo bulu won ndolla banko tita wol buke mira
yalon afo mandi anyina tina mo jama ka fonte ka bulala because adama do be nyamente ke describe o nyal ni hamote adama do menna adama do me yalo hamotala yalon Gambia no nyande ka kukili na fahamu Adam Barrow fon ato nte ba tolo fola direct nte kan dia makane directly yo so Gambia no nyanta ka mansanyi njibe ba kele because Adam Barrow mang na fa don Gambia no la ni afo don do ka fo ko Adam Barrow be do ko ne nyini kay mon do kule ke ka silo dam mala fo noy o silo ni o don to tala wala kenal ba jo kam bi because taxo hayta la mol kan ne ye taxo hayta la mol kan bi fon be dam ko la kal bo silo ni le jo kan Gambia no la bu ka jele calculate
ima ka jele calculate ajele an average Gambian man mi ya lonko wo masongole mati ni student no le mo minul jita school le me man do cool soto pandi wol dol bu kanyin kuwol fangol mira fangol bu kalo mune be kiri tol kasire rek yaje manoje rek e ko man sabe do ko la te manole je rek mano nko afo Gambia afo Barrow e ko ay Gambia be fence bang ala fa ko ay Gambia be fence ay Gambia be ke manoti banga jibe wato len konko bentol gena fala because wo kodi kana min kanyin silol do kutenga awo kodo be ka dontole but kodo min dita Gambia la free min manke donto tati e ka o be talale adu wo millions of millions leti ka bele tala bon ni ajube ni nata ya jube fango ye sabali damma jube ye mira jumalen sabaliti sabali tarta nun kam kuma sifalle fo jannabe jonna jani muni wu joindi bi nyimman sakunda kay fango balon nako abe idea ba bi la be nyaayelandi la kay aya atakana ya je ko nyimman sakunda min bi mandra do ko wala ya ibe ko di do mo la so mbatuma kafuyima wala ya CJ
yalo sabali mo molti me yalon ko e baro kanyim mol mutale ko mi ko nyene mo tololti min faranka mo da ko mi baro mo tololti nyin le yalon sabali bang nyim fembe baro ba ge ni yalon ko baro mo tololti baro man kese so muna beje say ni man ka fama tinyaro membe je bay dum mo bele be fan soto kanje so godum fane ka mo men be fan soto kan sabale nyin kariya si fala pile because baroka mo ke ni man la fata support la ite abuka chance di do banko ka nyin ke esafal wanted to build some things for Gambians baro a be rejectle esafal wanted to buy land baro be rejectle kalano dia nyin kamala ka fama baro yo plano bela esafal na purka esafal suffocating de kaje ko pur dia ko ni esafal badata suffocate asina kafuno amanyame bare esafal keda mote me alon ko still a stand tanoloto so Mamadou Sabali ñol ma wolé non Gambia din kurun buka non ni la fa mola din kende alonna e ka mola din kende alonna be batala kono e ka mola loyalty lon ala banko e na tara be bata kono bare mobe daha kono e ko mola loyalty lon ala banko e talonna so this is it Mamadou Sabali ñol to mobe dahande una kono so wala tine ne be diare kabiri dunta bata kono do ma jela loyalty fundita ila real identification of fundita
wolem yajele yemin fo dron wole bije ñi moltatale yaje ko ñi moltatan ko ye fenke interview le ye Dr. Cisse interview le ako amang hajo soto pour kata government ka doko keje because atela professor ya in university woyate wasale ako ñi man sakunda min bijanteng wo janni wo bitaje wo yalo ne wo man sakunda mo man sakunda sifalti aya lonko ñi man sakunda mo dogo man sakundalti ni lafta place wala jarrej e bitale be fankatandi la man salla ye fani yal fo dron ye manipulation ye bamba wala rek ibe place o dile la ñi man sakunda do wo yalo ne ko ñi man sakunda ma wili pour ka ñi banko doku so wala yatinna afana yala university karandiro bulakanaka join jam because as a professor I baro man karam baro angale ko rek ringo fonga bu ko fono baro la tubabu du jang ni ko baro be nun tubabu du le mun tolem England alinga ay sanji jelle ke jang abe mun doku laje ay dunia lo minna security ya bolla nu nje wo bukata hanidula wo fenne lon dunia kono nka kuma kilim fo Gambiano le the same thing le moy nyanta ka jele understand nga baro lo ne kabiri baro si data mo menna nga fo Gambiano le kal fail tale because baro mo si fallati men yalan koy katar tubabu du jay katar tubabol ni ñom mo fiunu fonte makke ke ñom mo fiunu baro ñole tubabol muta alti this is it baro mo sifalti tubabu du jang kabira be jam baro man fello ala dunia balu ko man fello dunia tamandi nya fondo ama long tubabu kam mun kasara la lantel kan tubabu la fraka mun kasara lantel kan ñina kenna te beje droite kay ni tubabu le même fo droite smile droit bu kalon fo wala kuma kan kam mina bena mun damage la ko sa Pandi ya jame ñi fo janna ni journaliste be siri ngala moy ya jame ko journaliste e ko akaye ko atol minul ya lon ko atol lebe abroad atol lebe tubabu du ala jube kal trip je ñami ya jame ne man na tubabu du ya jami yala karango na la cool beke Gambia la man sa yake je ne aja tubabu du rek atamata la muruntana bo ya jami ne man si tubabu du bota nyim foye la kaye ko ajube kal treat je nyame moto kuto damma ni te wo sambi as a black person police ol ke harasle wo kumo yentele ma directly Pandi wokumo yentele ma directly mbe jandami to mbe sate o minto janga mo fingol be nyini kay ba folele wo ketantela jang mi yalo kan ta continue le yefang ndela moto everyday nim fundira sate kono police ol kan no ma fosu kono bi fango bi ni moto nyi man fundi ba nte police ol yente no ma le na suo ko bi sate kono fonna suo kono min siata signal luluti do bi jebe londila dulalto why not because ye mentality soto lo ko mo fiu manyanka fenkendo soto jang mo fiu na fenkendo soto ja sunyale wanto ana fulo sunyale this is mentality le tubabu du bodi nene tanyu kuma sifal fangol moy la barola wala ka yetendi la ko nyi mansa mimbi jang because adama do memman fahamu nyi man kalamuta this is the fact ni man kalamuta ni men ko baro kalamuta tay bala fenna no ma ni tan baro be sir mba ko en la mal ko ite man kalamuta man dunia fawne long
This is the fact. Ni manke komi ko kamansa totinya o kubur kamansa tonyende. Barolo man kalamuta because ni banko aka banko pus nyame ikalo wolto ko mansa man kalamuta. Kili men babala yalon ne ko baro man kalamuta. Ya long akoy tema ko baro man kalamuta amam fellong bar mbe bulala no ma don da ko don telengana na faso to nkedel man banko kea. Ni membe fola be baro la fola. Yalon bi ni banko tinya dam ba fola baro le banko tinya men babala mboka long. Wolbe men soto kan wol faram be tal soto kan wolbe dimbal balunde kan wolba enjoy kan bi wolbe moto nyimale bornde kan ne men lafta moto kendo la bi be baro la support la ngo en surprise ta kabir minister do en ko la ne honorable nyen keta moto ne men fon sel tan yo kan tiktok ko jam fonga expose because aka son ko ne le la nyoa wolle en ko je ka fonye ko yalon Mr President ko ake le di amol moyle ko mi molo moyti dinde no moyti bari hakilo fanu batale so be la flani nako ne atar no ites kafuno NPP ma e bajala every morning ke jo 40,000 because yalo nkai ko bari yamere yame I believe ta ko ka pandile ko pandi me kaje media yalo I believe ta ko ka wala ko la ko nyanka diam pandile fo pandile den kai pandile nkai na tari believe ta ko ka pandile ko mamere be nyum kan siva vola nkai because I don't think you will come with this proposal to me if you are so you are to kandi akonye ko ngalo ne ka diam pandile bari yalo ba jibele ko banko e kana tintim banko come back because bin ku kete la bi many ke support internet to te fa so e kana fa so e bo fana jibe la because atil bi mon men ke jibe media wol nenete so la 40,000 dollar every month nka ko I don't care about these things man for understand nka alla mansa na ko te nga fasa abe banko la jela ay banko fasa den mba fasa la bande bu ko ba mansa fasa na fuloka nga ni na fulo to babu du jang follow le follow ben to la pan african yala because ye be opportunity men yele la a honorable afan long mbato fa honorable mbalo honorable jibe mbalo and one of the minister they call me on John call on WhatsApp. These are things that happen many along ko they are realities. 40,000 it bende jon kai ko fight am 40,000 obende bonula noto that is just it's just little money that I can afford with my hard energy. So ndete Gambia Betrayal ndete Gambia Betrayal manke nyindi ko
ndoma e wasatale wai
ngai silante de pour Gambia Betrayal ngai bari ngai nga Gambia la sotona hat kono andum fana mbake kana komi ko pour ngana legacy to jang hanim fata mol salon ko I fight for my continent with my good heart not because of money not because of anything but I will fight for my continent ngai ninga banku dol kelemen yalon ko mo malonje because so fenaje mfona banko muna tinante kelo with my good heart if I'm fighting for Nigeria where I don't know nobody there. I'm fighting for Ghana. I didn't know nobody there. Nobody is paying me there. So why wouldn't I fight for my own country for free?
Nyine njikindi wole yat nanko nimmi sanyi life keno ngakumo fay amaria moy aya lonka minfoa pandida male wodi wole yat nan nata nan jando may wasatale wayi e wasatale nake ba yankol janne mi yalonko sojar ke bale mati birabe Gambia fajara barakso ben matele bulu wate sojar ke ba bale mati bot biri ya jamela jamano le ngay Gambia bula boda be TikTok ay na post video minge nga video minke about baroye Toyota SUV minul sang ay na wo video le jerek ayen ko to ma kol su ko non ko to ma ayen kol nan jang ka yeten dinna ko mansa kunda kay ni atrete manta mansa kunda to science ngay manta mansa kunda e fundita le be amadula le nyaka si mansa kunda la ko lan ko no wote kenola mbediya mulale atolla kay rontol ba wolle no ma ya jele yenyinul la mentality jele so nintol be sita janko mbeko komi Gambia no do bebe nyame mbe sita ko nko ntol be data politique kuto itol because itol kaje wolda ko nyimu political di I am not a politician bon nga Gambia wole beta kono ndenga Gambia leje wuluta ngole tara ntama tanga banko dolge katama nyami lafta pour Gambia e bo abe daming nko e pandi ntol Africa dunia banku dol mbatu nga fo Gambia dunia banku dol be 2024 le ha bari ntella Gambia be 2010 le hanisa en 2010 Gambia be balu kan wo balu sifalle la banko dol be balu ntambita ni Burkina Faso la birin kana jampandi Burkina Faso yaya jamme fen ko leddi wala na military we pandi ko dalata le ngo ya jamme ya ndolla banko Gambia ka Guinea Bissau supply military vehicle Gambia le ke supply Gambia ka Senegal el supply military vehicle la Gambia e Burkina Faso supply military vehicle la ntarta mol economy le o motol samba wala bankol kan bi wo bankol jube
bio
mansa tentol bulu pandi mansa tembulu ko mo kala nyin diamu be nyina diamu la Pandi Gambia fota ite tenyi silo male ite bagu e
male. Yalo ibuka kukili na understand?
No.
Very good.
No, Pandi.
Ibuka kukili na understand because ikamunake ikanyin strategy le plenum. Okay, in strategy le plan de fon kanenum kanena family bulande nyola. Because in a merol fana men be jol ka mentality men so nda ba ma nyina fo nyebe to babu dole sa nyalo la balu kan kirbe karaba bar nga nyina fa ko mero to nyala mi tele wulu ni ko ngabula mbabula la bar mbela fi la pour la kilina understand ko banko nyin mtel bele dentala bi ni nganda bonde gambia la ko do ni gambia tinyata bi hanete mero bi akamun de fana tinyata la because akamun dam mete kan ni atar man banko kan akamun dam mete kan ko bar man sata kelo nyote kan man sata kelo nyote bar man sam to nya fo mul fo to nya fay ngay ni man say silo bula fo yo fay man sana man da nabe ku ke kam mem man nyanka fo yo fay ngay moto lo la kam man sa kelendi ha ko nya man salam yalo ni man sa dia ta sibra e soron ka mero ni ala yake man sa en soron ngay ta sila bun ko no edway ala dani o da malam nka ko tante je nka ndenga na life di africa mo la nka gambia fontende nka mbela file yam fama yembu la nganyinke nim fata ko no le ha nka illa fita ye hakilo tenkundi kuke ya lonko idin ala fata kanyine ke africa mo ede gambia dam mate mba kala la fo janne mbe fala
Pandi yes ha
en kadiamu ibule die itel diunu be men ke kambi ni diunu ma wo sembo soto o ma knowledge soto ni wo hasidi ya bele kana wo jibe mbe ku ke kambi me bi tata fahamule bi bar lumbe soto lay fam lon na le ko idum be lor kan fata problem ti ngai mo kan joje do mo to nyalti mbuka fen soto je mo to nyalti yo bar mbake kan ngani yo lan kai dunya ko ko ni ba kala ken ngani yo la ala la benjola hani ala man jo dunya na njola kira kanyanta
Pandi Gambia fota Gambia banko
bari gabe ko ala bake Gambia fo nga wulle
yes Pandi lafa fempole Gambia banko bi Gambia fota respect ko la ay min soto no sangi muankoma Gambia respect ko soto mi ya lon ka wara num bakele sangi muankoma billa wallahi tallahi Pandi biya o respect ko bota Gambia to noto o respect ko bota
ni Senegal fonte mo jibe fema Senegal ka trombulun ka nyamen bi fema Senegal ka trombulun ka nyamen bi kunu Senegal buka trombul Gambia kante
mbatungana nga jefoe Pandi mbatungana nga jefoe ntol ndebe fara fenye bara soto mbe dokuola nintol funtita patrol la suto Senegalel la military funtita patrol la suto ntatam benta bodato jorangol minul katarantol bulu sojaro ka jila moto kono itol la banko kan kidol bi jela minul ya lonko ni manke sajinolti itol la ami ni manke sajinolti wo kido ite bulo buka lano volkan Gambia e katara lance corporalo ndol la banko ka wole ko kido muta nko e Senegal la pabi no mi ya lonko sanji tan sabaja ninte ma wulu folo wobe ami anata yentara moto to kido be mbulo kono akonye ko sanji jelle soto nan sanjo faye ako itol la banko kan akonte mansi kanyin kido muta wota molem Gambia ti bari bi jube yabate nata mansate mol bula jube ni Gambia ni Afrika mansa kundal ka funyoma Afrika la mansal ni ka funyoma ko ale meeting sotole bi South Africa wala Burkina Faso mansal dolbe Afrika ni ya lonko yaya jamme bitanye meeting to e bukata because ya lon ko akata diamo min fo tol bukala fi ko mo yakatuba akamin fo tuba o mansal bukata tol ngo be lonne respect ko be Gambia bulu ni tambita na ni Senegal ni funtita ngani mbagwema funte Gambia kono ye Senegal Burkina Faso Mali yenyi murtani nyol bema ni koy mu Gambia nolti dunta dawda ka kele tekod la be ka tekle because ikete misala ni la mansal la be Gambia misala ni la mansal la mimbe Gambia ye ke misala wolela nko Libya no e ko mbota Gambia ka foyle ya jamme minul man Gambia lo wolle bodi ya jamme wolon nko e Gaddafi tata le faya lonko ate mimbate represent la Afrika kono natije wo mu ya jam damaldi Gaddafi tata le wo koita ma fer aya lonko mansa min sante challenge no jang mi ya lonka ya kunja soto aya londo soto aya hamo soto Afrika bala jang wo mu ya jam damaldi wo be bentronto la banko kansa wo respect ko be tata le Senegal jube wol kantol treat nyamin bi Senegal jube amanki personality bot yalon ne ko mansa kunda min be bulu wole bentol la mansa kunda nyato si nyakeme wole yatinda Pandi nyine entol fondi Gambia fota la respect ko la because mansale bentol bulu min kasi aka foko atetada aka kaballe sele manse kasi min ka foiko Europe janga tebe jan do ko la wato me aka bula boso la si nyako no to ko falin kata do kudla mansa min buka dia mu ka foko mu hey Pandi nyine yatinda ino banko dol tentol mutano la fenti akuma seta mansal mansale bi jemi ko amake buti anyama fellon
No, brother.
Yeah, Pandi.
No, brother. Barola and Kumol Nika in the Sangandon, then Gajelle, but it's not funny because Munamo, Eka Gambian Nolijele, they take it so serious. Ika Baroji Kumukumu, Kendo, Iketele, Urla, no Makataran, Kumakalanta, Membe Fula, Nim Talin Talilal, Membe Kela, still Gambian Katabula, no my batso pot like Urla, we baro, but still Baro Kataran, Kumakalan, Nerman Baroja, I see idea my statement, no, Nafoka, Barola in statement, Dode, yes, sense makele, Nimu Bankola na Falta, Nenaman Soto Kabirim Barosi, the Fokanabula. All what Baro did is nasi talamu nsaleta kabaju la 500 meter o mandenkol ko ni be kala tenne mandenkol ko ni la fasise ni la fa omelette la be 6 kilo tela o afo dunduma la sound la surumbentation kadda Baro betara ñu kuma si fala pour ga Baro is just ab gamenol full kanne Baro fa nga gamenol yabul ni mu yabatel nka kuma ndo nyale because Baro al na ka menke barote urana kenso nga yai silo kam baro nyama mabe kende arne aka play Gambia no lela aka play Gambia no lela barote muna kena baro kabira sida ma dun tu sirim banko kam muna tina alonko balu kendo be dama dun sama be balu kendo di kela America ibe life kendo kono je be takam hospital kendo to baro be tulun kan Gambia no la manka la muta baro le alo abe menke kamol ka baro muta tolo to baro is notorious president
wala mati notorious president ole
very big dictator
notorious president ole
very big dictator
yeah wole mu Baro notorious president mpo
Gambia man Baro lo wallahi membe ala
follow min akonye ko Gambia akonye ko bonto la president wo ka be ke sinol meeting la wota mo ma commencer fulo kabula Baro la kuol noma but biril lu min fango e Baro je meeting dula mfango ya jabe sino la meeting dula be jinko la nkonna bole kon ka billa wallahi ale nyi minke president te Gambia nyi minke president te ha ne nyi pareta Gambia la ranke so bala hantaran so tulaje ko nyi munum businessman ole te ha businessman ntar ngo wala ke president ode wo kanyi sino min beke te ngatol yamera nyi mu kensengol ti nyimbe calculation la nyimbe pare lan to la ranke so bala dawada ndedi ngoni mpandingol dalla binawo julo be jola yalo Gambia yalo how many millions le Gambia la julo yalo na Gambia how many millions wala be Gambia la julo min be Gambia kango
mo no mbeta emol mbali billion because half million o julo bentel lale dollar ni nata dala so like we are going to trillion julo membe Gambia la mbeta kambe trillion le bindi
adum fondi ke wolta diamola
because half billion o julo be Gambia la
tol dingol le bina tol Gambia boy Gambia la tanya do ko le ala because mbina futala lebul le to dami yalonko ntol betal la julo min bentol la betal la wolle jokan so banko te develop la banko
ane mansa sindi hanina da mansa sindi mansa me left Gambia sambala be kolea bakele because this is the high time ko ngani terminate because nimma terminate nyin time wala drong na tamita nyin hanina da mansa sindi me hammo so do Gambia abe korila le because de ubata rabaro tinyaru le kemen yalon ko they are too much to handle
a felenting Burkina Faso a felenting Burkina Faso Ibrahima Tarawale America ko ilaftaka karambungol le loae ayala mune fo musundingo ya ko musundingo ko karambango akaye ko ha akaye ko niye mo jabita karambungo ta jato lebe kende yarin jato kende ya ntolbe solari wontol ma sola karambu abe borika munela abe borika loan lela from the IMF abe borika wolela amalla fi ka loan ta amalla fi la julula amalla fi kodi mutala tubabo bulun
manzao kun ka woko ajibere yalon tubabo la lifestyle obe wonya mansa kun ka woko an african na kun ka woko abukala fi fon ay fenta tubabo bulan tubabo ko mbado ngeso nyina boka sowala nda boka sowala fon tubabo njang tun tubabo ko nyina ngeso nyina boka sowala because munam akala vile keke jonti na e sola nin tubabo e so fankili na droite nyanta kala e jonoti ay fem boyte nyanto la kala so hanin tel mo dam malun tel men yala manke mansati nin tubabo tema jambo kala fala ni kun ka woko droy bokala fon tubabo e so fon na e so ka fa no abula jen ka endal mbado ngani ke no abula je don fon ba kelale because munam e ke bordula la so mansa men intelligenta Burkina Faso la president e bu ko ni baron wel compiano because we assigned and passport lo bon Burkina la on passport Burkina la on passport I will create
ila own bank
very good fact bi factory jolle be lo kam Burkina Faso bi factory jolle be lo kanje moment sita science militaire lo dum mati amanga comme ka mo politicien lo tay ko do soto militaire lo mata be fuara ya kono militaire ya kono bar kabira sita fa ajibe de ya pare nya ajibe ena jiba ka dum moto nyaadi lele kalon this man is not great
ni man sa so mi ya lonko a wilita pour ka banko le doku banko da ma wud banko doku wala a wulinde afrika ka doku wo sone atale ka afrika doku wo sone ata man sa so do mi ya lonko ay mindset ole soto pour ka banko doku ndi ani wala nata ni wonte rek ndo kedi mo jibabe minke kandro ajibe ibrahima traw wala be minke kan. So okay guys, we have to shift because we were talking about the government in the Gambia, so we have to shift and Pandi, I think the real reason why we were here is to talk about this problem happening in DRC Congo, and Cameroon, you understand, because I don't know if you get this message. I have seen a video that
I have been talking about Congo and Cameroon for a very long time, because even Africans themselves don't know what is going on in these countries, especially in Cameroon. It has been going since 2018, but nobody is aware of it in Africa. No African will say that I know what is happening in Congo. Everybody keep quiet about it. We feel like there's nothing happening in Congo, there's nothing happening in Cameroon. But I've been talking about it for a very long time because I am very connected to these places, because the scene have been going there for a very long time. For a very, very long, since 2018 up to now, still is going worse and worse. So I think it's a high time we started to put our effort and our investigation in these countries to fetch the crime there.
Exactly. Out. So I heard about the Ivory Coast president has a place. He has opened a place for America to create their military base there. How true is this thing? Have you get information?
Yeah. That's very true. It's very true, and we are even condemning it. Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
but
it's true, my brother.
I don't understand. I don't understand, because this guy knows very well that the Americans and the France, they are coming to fight against Burkina Faso. So how will he accept?
He knows it. He knows it very well, because he accepts this because he wanna get his own share. He don't care what will happen to Burkina and Mali and Niger later, but he just wanna get what he wanna get from America or France, to make sure that he will accept this and get what he want. He don't care what will happen to his brothers later. He knew what will happen. He knew why do they wanna have that ship there? That was ship to be parked there. He knew what will happen. No, he know everything. He know what is their plan. I
couldn't believe it, because like 3 days ago I saw a video. This guy was talking about this the French warship arrived in Ivory Coast. A French warship arrived in Ivory Coast.
Yeah.
And I don't believe it.
Of course, it's the truth, my brother. It's the truth. And you see, the president in Ivory Coast is using, he don't care, and I think his term is already about to be finished, but he is doing all these things to get what he will get from France and America. He don't care what will happen to Burkina. You can see when all these things happen, he was the only president who was keeping quiet about all these things. He don't care. He never include himself there. He never saw a sign of to protect or to help his brothers, who are also in the same colonial master with him, because he is also colonized by France. But he don't care. He accept the colonialism. He want to be under the colonialism to get what he want from France and other countries to benefit himself and his family. He don't care about even the country. So now the one he is accepting, he have already accepted France worship, because France worship have already arrived there. He knew what France want. He knew why France brought their worship to his country. So he accept it because he want to get what he want from France. If not, he will not get what he want from France. So it's just a puppet who need to be challenged in all ways.
So the thing is, if the information that we are getting, like the evidence that we are getting from this place, like things that are happening currently on the ground, okay? I have videos, Pandi, I will send them to you. I want you to see these videos. I have videos, I have pictures. Man, no matter how strong your heart is, you cannot watch these videos without tears coming from your eyes. I saw these videos day before yesterday. I swear to God, I cried. Pandi, you see.
A video from Congo.
From Congo, Pandi, from Congo. I have seen little kids, 7 years old, 5 years old kids being
Very
caught,
good.
like being caught. Pandi, I cannot.
Yeah.
You will see the video. You will see them. So all this
and
happened.
you cannot believe watching with Congo with all these resources and watching Congo children, young children with 2 years, 3 years, roaming on in the bush, in the forest, and die with hunger without no water. Congo with all these resources. Why? Because this, I don't hide it. I always said it. UN is a very big problem in Congo, because last time their drone mistakenly fallen down. I think they lose control over the drone. What we found in those drones are weapons. Why UN is using drone to send weapons to Congo and using drone to withdraw gold and other resources from Congo? Why UN is doing this? Why are they doing this? And the world is keeping quiet about these things.
Pandi, let me tell you something about the UN. Let me tell you something about the UN. You see, this UN, people don't really know what is UN, okay? When we talk about UN is basically is American government, okay? What America wanted is whatever America wanted is what this UN will be doing. Let me tell you, I was in Sudan. You see, there is a rebel group in Sudan called the Janjaweeds. These rebels are the most brutal and the wicked rebellions. Apart from the M23 rebels in Congo, these rebels are the most armed rebels in Africa. They are called the Janjaweeds, okay? Man, if you see, Pandi, if you see the weapons these rebels are carrying, the weapons, you know that they cannot get this anywhere in Africa. They cannot get those weapons in anywhere in Europe. Only Americans are using those weapons. These are the weapons Janjaweeds people are using against their own self, their own brothers, killing them.
Yes, the same thing happened in Nigeria. While in the hand of the terrorists in Nigeria, we found a weapon that was the same weapon that America sent to Ukraine to help themselves. It was same weapon. So we found out that America was the one supplying even weapon to Nigerian terrorists to keep on terrorizing their own peoples. This is what they are good at. And the same thing they are doing in Congo. The same thing they are doing in Cameroon. This is same role they are playing, sending weapon to them to murder their own peoples.
Yaya Jammeh said this, okay? The coup d'etat, the coup attempt that happens in the Gambia, the people who came for the attack, you see the weapon that they were carrying, those weapons came from
I saw that
from
video.
America. Those weapons, they came from America.
Yeah, I saw that video.
And these are not just ordinary weapons that anybody can buy. These are military weapons. Yes, only military can supply such a weapons.
Because we
so
see the weapon.
When you talk about UN, this is UN. This is UN destabilizing Africa for them to get whatever they need in the country. That's why they are in Congo. Now look at Congo. Kids, man. 3 days ago, they went to a village in Congo and killed 202 people. 202 people, the whole village. If you see the dead body of kids, you see how brutally they have killed those kids. You know, cutting them, like you will see the body parts. They will cut the head, sit the person down, and put the head here. Just they put the head here. This is what is happening right now in Congo. This is what is happening in. I will send you all the videos and I will send you the pictures. You will see them. Things that are happening, and some of our brothers are not aware of these things.
Not some of them. Majority of them. 90% of Africans are not aware of what is happening in Cameroon and in Congo. I am telling you, because they are not coming out. Nobody is being there to bring those things out. I don't know if you know, they are trying to make sure that whatever is happening in Congo and Cameroon is in secret. Let Congo face their wall. They will be butchering Congo in Cameroon so that things will not come out. Look, nobody knows what is happening in Congo. We all feel like Congo is okay. It's a normal country like other countries. While Congo is being reduced, depopulated, every day is depopulating. Cameroon also the same thing.
Pandi, if you will have to witness with your eyes, you will see an African, a black man like me, putting a cutlass on a black man's neck, you know, slaughtering him and This is what is happening. This is the current situation in Congo. I swear to God, you will see it, man. You will look at the video and you will cry. Congolese are going through hell right now. The real genocide is happening in Congo. Real genocide is happening in Congo.
And you see, in the
and France is behind this. UN and France, American France are the one behind these things, these atrocities. You know.
And you see, nothing is coming out. Trying to put Africans in somewhere where they are not really in. But our attention is loose somewhere because nobody having attention on Congo and Cameroon. All our attention is Burkina, Niger, Mali. That's where all our attention is. But they are working someplace right now. So they make us to put Africans' attention in one place where they are not even ready to attack those places. But the places they are destroying now, nobody attention is there.
Exactly.
And this is what the West is doing. And somebody need to call the rest of the African leaders to stop this selfness and greediness and started defending themselves. As an African leader, they should come together and defend themselves from their enemies. How come your enemy is coming to your countries, your continent every day, butchering you, sponsoring your own people to kill their own people, and it's not coming out in news? But if it happened in Europe, it will come out in news. If one black man kill one white man, it will be all over the news.
And we said in Africa we have something.
It will be all over the news.
And we said,
but today they are doing atrocities in Africa.
So, and in Africa we said
what
we have an organization.
ECOWAS is a military of the West.
Where is the ECOWAS? Where is the ECOWAS? Where?
ECOWAS is a military of the West.
Exactly.
ECOWAS is a military of the West. It's a military that protect the West when they came to Africa to destroy. It's a military. ECOWAS is a military group that will always defend the leaders who are ready to become slave to the West. They will defend you. But if you are not ready to become slave to the West, ECOWAS soldiers will never defend you. They will become your enemy.
I saw a video.
So this is it.
I saw ECOWAS the meeting of ECOWAS. Their video. I saw a video. Looking at that video, I thought that it was French Parliament. It's all white people. In ECOWAS, they are meeting. ECOWAS meeting. I saw the video. It was like a French Parliament.
Why not?
It's all white people. I said, what are these white people doing here?
Because
so they are dictating you because they are there for you not to say nothing against them.
Yes, it's their own. Very good. And this is what we do. This is what they do even in African Union, the so-called African Union. This is what they did to them also, and they also have nothing to say against them. They cannot even talk about the development of Africa because they are afraid those words may hurt the white people who are sitting among them, and if it hurt them, they will not get what they want from them. The biggest problem is there. And this is why we are losing so much.
I have seen
in Africa.
I have seen
we cannot win our enemies still yet.
Pandi, I have seen the Italian Congress. I have seen the French, their parliament. I have seen all the rest. I have never seen one black man in Italian Congress. I have never seen one single black man in French parliament.
You can never
see. So you are telling me, just make it make sense to me that
you can never see.
Having their meeting, but the majority of them is white. Where are these people coming from? Who are they? You know?
Because they are the creator of ECOWAS. They create ECOWAS to protect themselves when they came to Africa to destroy, or to protect the leaders who are ready to be with them, who are ready to agree with whatever they said. ECOWAS soldiers will protect Adama Barrow, will protect Nigerian president, will protect Cameroon president, will protect this one, Africa's president, will protect Serbian president, will protect Kenyan president. Why? Because, very good, because those are leaders who are ready to become slave to the West, and ECOWAS soldiers will protect them. But ECOWAS soldiers will not protect a leader who said, I want Africa to be free. They will never. And ECOWAS soldiers are our own African brothers, but they don't want to support any leader who said, I want Africa to be free. They are ready to kill you or bring you down. If you said, I want Africa to
This
free.
is how far we have been.
Our own brothers who become soldiers, they call them as soldiers. Now the West turn them against us. They have to fight against us. Our own brothers who they call as soldiers, they are our own brothers. But now the West turn them against us. The West use them as tool to protect themselves when they came to Africa to steal our resources. The West use them to protect the leaders who are ready to agree whatever they say.
You see, this is how far.
It's so sad,
This is how far we have been mentally colonized. This is how far we have been mentally colonized. That you, as a leader of a nation, you are still working for your colonizers against your own people. Against even some of these people are working against their will. They are working against their will because they know that if I have to disagree with these people, they are going to take me down. So this is what they are afraid of. Up to an extent, they have to go against their own people. I saw Ivory Coast. Their president was holding Emmanuel Macron's hand.
You know, when you want to become
like as if he was holding his father's hands. Like I cannot get it. I cannot get it. Africa is the only continent.
You know,
where Africa is the only continent
when you are a leader.
Yeah. Go ahead.
When you when you are a leader in Africa, you want to live and enjoy money, then you have to hate your own people. You have to be ready to destroy your own peoples. But when you are a leader who is ready to love your peoples, then you have to abandon yourself. And that's what Ibrahim Traoré did. He abandoned himself. He don't care about himself. He's not self-hatred person. That's why he is able to develop and the West will hate you. But any leader in Africa that the West love, they always be with him. They say he's a great leader, then it means he's a bad leader for Africa. But any leader they say is a dictator, is a bad leader, is not good, is killing people, mean is a good leader for Africa.
Oh.
This is where they confuse Africans. Because we believe in West so much. When West say, they remember when West say Ajambe is a dictator. Yeah. All Gambians hate him. Even Gambians who don't know who is Yajambe, they hate him. Even Gambians who have never witnessed Yajambe killing somebody, they believe it.
Some of these people calling him dictator, they don't even know the word dictator, the meaning of the word dictator. They don't know. They don't know what is the meaning of the word dictator. Okay, look at what is happening in Africa. Just in this
manipulation.
Look at what is happening in Africa. Just in 2024 alone, how many summits have the African Union went to? You heard about the African Indian Summit, Africa-China Summit, Africa-Russia Summit. Only one country will get up one day and call the whole 53 nations of Africa, and they will all go there and answer those people. India, my brother, can you imagine India calling the whole nation, the whole Africa, 53 countries? India call them for a summit. China call the whole country, 53 presidents.
Why not?
They put in themselves in their planes. They go to China for a summit. What the fuck is wrong with people?
I have never. My brother, is so sad sometimes when when we have this kind of mentality like this, we have this kind of feeling, but we are not in power. That becomes so sad for me. I see that we have the mentality, we have the energy, we have the experience, and we are willing to do what others don't want to do, but the power is not there. You can't do it. This makes me feel so bad always. Because how can I've never had, even if you had African summit, it's not an African summit. They are just laughing at us because we have never had African summit where Africans will call all the leaders all over the world to come and answer to them. It have never happened.
Never.
But everybody, even small country that are not even developed, that are developed yesterday, they will call us. Our leaders will wake up and take our budget money and fly and go to them and come back.
I'm telling you, this is what I cannot understand. 53 presidents.
It's so sad.
Just one nation will call them. Just one nation. Just India, China, Russia will call the whole Africa, the whole continent, and gather them together as ships, man. I cannot understand. Pandi, I cannot understand. We don't have leaders anymore. We don't have leaders.
Because You know what? You know what happened, my brother? You know, there's this strategy they play. That's why whenever they call African leaders, they will run. They are even happy for them to call them. And they feel happy because there is a strategy that they always play on. When they call them, each and every leader have some little $20,000, $20 million, $18 million. You know, each and every one of them get whenever they call them. So these leaders are hungry of that money. They don't care. They don't even know what they are doing. But because of money, it makes them to lose sense of humor. So all of them. That's why when America call them, they will be happy to go because they are expecting little chicken change. When Russia call them, they are happy to go because they are expecting little chicken change. When EU call them, they will be happy to come because they are expecting little chicken change. For them, they will not call because they don't want to give. They don't have. They are poor.
Look,
They believe they cannot give what America will give them when they go to America. They cannot give.
where is
So they cannot
Pandi?
call.
Pandi, where is Tinubu right now? Right now, as we speak, Tinubu is in China. 200 people died in Nigeria. 5 days ago, 300 people died. They killed them in a village in northern Nigeria. 300 people died in a country. Tinubu is in China. Tinubu is in China. I'm telling you. What is I sometimes I said, what is going on?
He's enjoying.
I said, what
He's
is
enjoying.
going on? What is going on?
Yeah, that is it. That is it. They will make them focus on money while they are destroying their own country. Yes, your enemy is making you to focus on the money in his country while he is coming back to destroy your peoples.
Man, even
But he will make you lose focus on your peoples and focus on the little chicken change.
as a village chief, let's talk about the village chief. As a good village chief, if somebody die, if a person die in your village, you don't travel that day. Talk less of 200 people died in northern Nigeria.
You don't travel.
Tinubu still have to go to China. 200 people.
But remember this.
And
Remember this, a man who is having focus on his people. That is that kind of man that will think like that. I will not travel because my country is in problem. But a man who lose focus over his peoples will never think of it because he's not even thinking of those peoples. If he's thinking of the peoples, then he can thinking of how many people die or how many people are still living or is my people suffering. But he is not even thinking about the peoples. He's thinking about how the next level he will go. The next level, either in America or in China, who will call me? He's thinking of that. He's thinking of what to do, what will make America to call him again, what will make China to call him again. These are things that African leaders are used to. So they are never thinking of how my people are faring. Are they enjoying? Are they suffering? Are they getting good health? How my people good health? How is their health system? You know, how is their living system? They are not thinking of that. They are thinking of how next level I will
people,
be. What can I do to make America to call me
you
again?
remember I don't know if it is last month or last 2 months, the protest that the Nigerian has done, the protest, they protest. Those protesters, some of those protesters, they are sentenced to death.
I can remember that.
Sentenced to death. Yeah.
Of course.
Sentenced to death.
Yes.
Just for protesting.
Some of them would arrest, especially some of them with Russian. Some of them with Russian flag. They arrest all of them.
My brother, just for protesting, they sentence them to death.
To police. Do you know why they sentence them to death? Because they want to police America. They want to police the EU. They want to police them. If they don't do that, EU will not be happy. If they don't do that, America will not be happy. So to make the British government happy and America and EU, they have to sentence their own people to death for America and EU and British government to be happy when they had that. So they do things. They can kill their own peoples to please the West. This is African leaders for you. They can do whatever worse than that to their own people just to please the West. Just for the West to be happy that they take a step. Because the West was not happy seeing the Nigerian protesters with Russian flag. They were very confused. So they have to call on the president. What are you doing about this? Seeing a Russian flag in your protesters' hand. So he will act against his peoples to please the West, to make the West happy.
Yeah.
This is it, my brother.
Right. You're right.
It's so sad.
You are very right.
It's so sad, my brother.
It's not about governing us anyway. Now it's just
Sometimes I
about
wonder
pleasing
why.
the West. Yeah, it's just about how to please the West
Very
for
good.
them to
Very
stay
good.
in power, because
Very good.
the
Very good.
youths, we have to wake up now. We have to wake up and see. Look, let's fight for good leaders, leaders who have Africa in heart. Let's fight for good leaders. Those leaders who look. You see how many you know how many coup d'etats they have attempted, the failed coup d'etats that have been attempted to Ibrahim Traoré is more than four coup d'etats.
Yeah. I was saying it. I was saying it on my last life.
I'm telling you,
I was
and
saying
some
it.
of these people are the closest
I
one,
emphasized on it on my
and
last
some
life.
of these people
Yes.
are the closest one to him. They will
Very
What happened
closest.
to Thomas Sankara? Thomas Sankara was assassinated by Blaise Compaoré, his vice president. The man so close to him. What happens to Kwame Nkrumah? Look, I don't know when are we going to wake up, we the African? When?
I said this on my last life when there was this African who tell me, there was an African who tell me, my brother not sitting here, I have to come back. That's where I attacked this place. I said, look, if I'm Africa today, I will be in, because you said, but come back to Africa, fight Africa. You people will be the people who will betray me. Africans like to betray their own peoples, murder their own great peoples by themselves, and at the end of the day, we said we want Africa to have freedom. But peoples who God will give us to help us to gain our freedom, we murder them by ourselves, by believing in the West more than ourselves. I told the guy that look how much attempt of coup d'etats or how much attempts to kill Ibrahim Traoré is, and everyone know Ibrahim Traoré is doing his best for the whole Africa, not for only Burkina Faso. But how many who is attempting those coup d'etats? Who are those peoples who are attempting to kill him? His own peoples. His own peoples. So you see how much Africa can hate themselves when it came to please the West. You see how much Africans can murder their own brothers when it came to please the West, just because the little chicken change they will give them. I told the brother, I say if I'm in Africa, I know, but right now I'm dead or I'm in prison.
For real.
Because the same of you, my brothers, will go and betray me and give me to the government.
Exactly. The same people.
So it's better sometimes. Africa is somehow very diabolic. Yeah, I told them about Thomas Sankara. I told them about Kwame Nkrumah. I told them about Jomo Kenyatta. I told them about John Pombe Magufuli, Tanzania former president, who they murdered, poisoned.
Yeah.
All these people who I mentioned were all murdered by ourselves. We do it by ourselves. They are closest people, their own peoples. Because we want to please the West. It's so sad, my brother. It's so sad. It's so sad.
It's crazy. Anytime.
Whatever is happening in Congo and in Cameroon, I will want you to send me those videos because I will expose them. I don't know how.
Definitely.
How crime they will say it is, because that's mostly when what they said when I post those videos like that. They said it's a crime. It's this. It's against the law. But I don't care. But I will try my best to post
send them to you.
Yeah.
I will definitely
to expose those videos.
I will definitely send them to you. Look, this is what is happening every time. Anytime we have a.
And you see, my brother Sergio, I want to say one thing. I want to say one thing before you continue, my brother. I will want you to keep it up, my brother. You are very intelligent, trust me. Many people didn't know you in this way. Many people would despise you in this way, but you are in your head. And I've never seen African conversation with African speaking. I sometimes even forget I'm speaking to Gambian. I feel like I'm speaking to a Nigerian because or Ghana. Are the peoples who came on my life and we chant like this.
Yeah.
Because I'm not seeing a Gambian who is thinking in this direction. All the Gambians youths in media, the direction they are thinking is so failure direction. Failure. You saw failure in them. That's the time you know that these people, the country they came from, cannot move because they are never thinking of to move that country
very
forward.
well.
And I really appreciated my brother. You keep it up and we push it together.
You are very right, Pandi. You are very right. Anytime we have a leader who wants to stand for Africa, they are always fighting with only one hand, because the other hand is busy trying to push the Africans who are fighting them. So anytime we have leaders who are willing to fight the West with their both hand, they only have the power, or the only access they have to fight against the West is with the right hand. The left hand is busy pushing the Africans who are trying to fight them. This is the problem that we have. Our good leaders, look, the typical example is here, Ibrahim Traoré. He is fighting for his people, but he is very mindful of who will come against him from his people. So he cannot focus, you cannot focus much, because you are being very careful of who else are they going to pay big money for them to assassinate me. You are worried about that too, but you are still fighting to get your country to
This is what I tell Africans when they tell me that, Pandi, be careful because you are living among white people. I say I feel afraid of my own peoples than white people.
You better be.
White people will never come after me, but sending my own peoples after me. So I feel afraid of my own peoples than white peoples. And I'm very careful of my own peoples than white peoples. Believe me.
And I am telling you,
because this is what most of the mistakes that other Pan-Africans make, by believing in their own peoples and thinking that West is their enemy. West will come to them directly. By bringing their own people closer to them, and they don't suspect no one among their peoples, and they fail. That was the mistake of many Pan-Africans who passed away.
Exactly. Very right.
Believe
you are very right. Okay, so and just an average African who doesn't know nothing about the history of the Pan-Africans, people who even fight for their independence. If you ask an average Guinean who is Amilcar Cabral, we don't know. This is the person who fight for your independence. Okay, you go to Gambia. Okay, gather the whole Gambia. The only person that we are proud of is Kunta Kinte. When you talk about Kunta Kinte, every Gambian is telling that Kunta Kinte is from our country. Yes, but when I look at you, I cannot see Kunta Kinte in you. When I look at you, I cannot see Kunta Kinte in you. Do you know what Kunta Kinte has passed through? Do you know it? You don't even know the history of Kunta Kinte. You don't know. Where did he came from? The only thing you know, he is an Gambian. That's all. That's all. When I look at you, I cannot see that spirit of Kunta Kinte. What he was refusing, he refused to do things to death. But those are the things today you and I are accepting for the black people. Ask any Guinean, ask any Jamaican, who is Marcus Garvey. They say that we know him as a Jamaican, but what did he do? Ask any black American who is Malcolm X. We have all these great people, but you look at 95% of the youths today. You don't see the reflection of Kwame Nkrumah. You don't see the reflection of Kunta Kinte. You don't see the reflection of Malcolm X. You don't see the reflection of Marcus Garvey. You don't see the reflection of none of these people in them. We don't have that spirit in us anymore. And those people, they have died for us to be liberated mentally, physically. Yet we have been colonized mentally. I cannot get it. We accept, exactly, man, Buba. We accept so many things from these white people.
Because Africans, we feel like doing things like this are very useless, my brother. Like I told you, they feel like it's a waste of time. They feel it like it's a waste of time. Africans see things like this. It's a waste of time and it's useless. Nobody should waste your time on this. So this is why we are still on the same stage. We are never learning our mistakes because we feel like by learning our mistakes are rubbish, And mostly what do they say? If you do things like this, you will put yourself in trouble. Africans feel afraid so much. from their enemies, you know, but they don't feel afraid to destroy their own peoples. That is African for
Pandi.
you. They don't feel afraid to destroy each other, but they feel afraid to destroy their
Pandi,
enemies.
let me not cut you. Just let me elaborate on this point. Let me just elaborate on this point. Look at the whole Africa, the 54 countries, gather them together. The developed ones, the developed countries are the countries where the white people are. For the example is the typical example is Tunisia, Libya, Morocco, Algeria. These are the countries in Africa that are at least developed. But other than those countries, go to anywhere, we are still the same people, the same life, a poor everything. What is going on? What is going on? What?
Thank you.
Oh, it's crazy. It's definitely crazy, Pandi.
You know why Africans themselves, Africans ourselves, we believe that we are not entitled to good life. We are entitled to only bad life. We believe it and we accept it by ourselves. Africans today, they accept that they are not entitled to good life. We are entitled to war, you know, terrorism. We are entitled to poverty, dying hunger. We are entitled to bad government. We are not entitled to better life. We accept it. Today, that's how Africans' behavior show you. Yeah. When they behave, you see their behavior that they already accept.
Yeah.
The bad side of the life. The good side of the life is for the white peoples.
Right.
Yes. Africans accept this totally. And they have to remove that mentality. We are all entitled to better life. Except who are not ready for it. If you are ready for better life, you have to fight for it.
Yeah.
Fight for your freedom. Europeans fight for their own. Right. All European countries have been under some control, but today they all get themselves.
Sure.
Today they free themselves because they believe in this, that we are entitled to our own freedom. We are entitled to better life.
Exactly.
But Africans are now still insisting that they are not entitled to better life.
Pandi, look at what is happening. Look at what is happening to those countries. I just mentioned here, Libya, Algeria, Egypt. Look at what is happening. How they are treating us. When we leave West Africa, when we leave from other countries, Nigeria, Gambia, Senegal, Mali, we pass through their country. Look at how they treat us. They treat us as if we are not the same. And mentally we are not the same because they work for everything in their country to make it better. So they think that we don't think like we from the other place, like we the black. We don't think we are enemies to each other. That's why they treat us bad. Right now our brothers are in Egypt. Our brothers are in Tunisia. They are facing every hardship there. Why? Because our places is not like their place. Their government, they have work at least. Tunisia. But our government, they don't do nothing. Nothing. They are showing us that you are leaving your place, coming to our place. So we treat you anyhow. You see?
That's it.
Crazy.
This is why when you look some things happening in these countries like Libya, even some European countries, you feel like these people are wicked. But in other hand, when you check, they are not wicked. They love themselves.
Yeah.
And they love their peoples. It's our leaders who don't love us, and it's us who don't love ourselves. That's why we are in this mess today. When you look in the other hand, no matter how they are wicked, you know, their wickedness shows that they love themselves. That's why they are wicked to us. But we cannot be wicked to them because we love ourselves. Rather, we are wicked to ourselves because we love white people.
Exactly.
We are enemy to ourselves because we love white peoples. African man is having love, 100% love for white peoples, for Arabs, but refuse to have the same love for himself and his brothers. That is African man.
Pandi, before you know that, go to Gambia.
Who will love everybody,
Pandi, before you know that,
try to hate himself.
Before you know that, go to Gambia and have a problem with a white man, being it Chinese, whatever, Indian or Pakistan. Just have problem with a white person and you see what will happen to you.
You have no right.
You will see how your own police, police, how they will treat you. I'm telling you, they will slap you before asking anything. They will slap you before asking anything in your own country.
I can show you. I can tell you an example. You see this so-called Operation Clear the Road?
Yeah.
They meet one, I don't know whether it's an Arab or white man or a Lebanese man who built a restaurant beside the road. They talk to the man. The man started complaining, even insulting the officer. I said, look at this police officer now. If this is a Gambian, he will slap the Gambian, arrest the Gambian. But because he's white, he's keeping quiet and he's insulting him in his own country. You become slave. A serviceman, you become slave in your own country. But when it's your own citizen, you will slap them, wound them, even kill them.
You ask them where is
what kind of hatred, self-hatred is that?
This is self-hatred. Self-hatred, man, to the highest level. The highest level of self-hatred is what we have. Believe me. Yeah. Look at what happens. If you land in the airport, if you land in the Banjul International Airport, look the way they will welcome you, the way they will treat you. You will be different from a white man who landed there as just a foreigner. Believe me. Yeah. Yeah. And if you are holding in Italy here, if you are holding the Italian passport,
I witnessed this in the airport.
In Italy here, if you are holding the Italian passport at the airport, you don't stand on the queue. No. They call the Italians. You don't even stand on the queue. They call you, come and pass. You who is having the Gambian, Nigerian, Senegalese passport, you will be on the queue. But their citizens will not stand on the queue. Go to Gambia. It's opposite. The white man, they will go back and pick the white man.
No.
And they leave you there.
No. I witnessed this. I witnessed this, and you know what they do, when we reach in the Ghana airport, they started checking, the white peoples, they started bringing them forward. They were telling them, come on, sit here. For we, the citizens who came to the country, we have to be under the rain. Yes. And that night, it was raining a little bit, and we have to stand under the rain before the queue will finish. But the white people who are back us, they put them inside to go and sit someplace very comfortably. And I said, look at African man. How do you expect them to respect you when you don't respect your brothers? How do you expect them to believe you that you are a monkey, as an animal, because you are one, hating yourself and loving them? To destroy you, kept to kill you, you are giving him food, seem like a fool because I can't finish
Pandi,
you are
Pandi, I will tell you this.
My brother.
Pandi,
always.
Pandi, I will tell you this, yeah. I will tell you this, like in Gambia or in Africa, in any other place, like you as a Gambian, like me, I'm a Gambian, going to my country, my country, like I'm going to my country to see my people, where I feel like I have rights. The most powerful man in Africa, Dangote need 32 visas to travel within Africa. 32 visas. Dangote, the most powerful man in Africa, the richest man in Africa, needs
I had the story.
Needs 32 visas to travel, just to travel inside Africa. Today,
it's a big sin.
Today, a kids of 22 years Italian have the right to travel all over Africa without a passport. A 23 years old Italian lady or a 18 years old Italian young boy have the right to travel in the whole Africa without a single visa. Dangote, the richest man in Africa, need 30-something visas just to travel. Talk less of you and I. We cannot even go to Senegal. But just
in his own continent.
10 years old British, 10 years old Italian boy, 10 years old French boy have the right to travel all over Africa. Where are we heading to? Where are we heading to? Man, this is Africa for us, man. This is Africa for us.
Self-hatred.
Yeah.
You can see that man self-hatred. This is what we know about Africa, and this is why we have to keep Africans to be able to change this mentality from them. Because Africans hate themselves to the extent A weapon in African man process is there to kill his own brother, but it's not there to fight, to use the weapon against his own against his enemy. But the weapon in every African man process is there to fight against his own brother. If you look all the kills that are happening in Congo today, their own brothers are killing them.
Yeah.
All the weapon in processions of Cameroonians' hands today is there to kill their fellow Cameroonians, not to fight against the enemy of Cameroon or the enemy of Africa, but to fight against the enemy of themselves. Their own brothers in
They give you
in Congo, fight against their own brothers in Congo.
They give you weapons to be fighting among you.
Nigeria to fight against their own people.
They give you those weapons to be killing yourselves while they are busy taking your minerals, the important things that you should be fighting for. Now they are busy taking those things to their country. Now they give you just weapons to kill each other for you to get busy because you don't have nothing to be busy on.
You know,
Africa, look,
you know, it's a very big stupidity when it came to the African leaders. When it came to the African leaders, you feel like they are very stupid because there is a weapon. How can Europeans be sending weapons or Americans be sending weapons to Africa? That is a crime. Why are they not suing them? Why are they not going to sue America or EU for their weapons landing in Africa? Why are they sending weapons? Those reasons must be said.
In Congo,
EU must be sent to court. America must be sent to court to ask them this question: Why are your weapons in Africa? Why are you sending weapons to my country? Why are you sending weapons to our continent? We have never sent any weapons to your country. Why, if African man have been seen with a knife in Europe, you have a big problem. But an Europeans are sending weapons to Africa to make terrorism. To make terrorism a normal thing.
Pandi, let me tell you this. You see,
it's so
just
sad. I pray Africans understand.
Last month, a journalist in Congo is caught with weapons. Imagine, a journalist was caught with many weapons. Just a journalist. So, 2 years ago, I had a chat with one of my friends who is a British too. I told him that, listen, we know your plans already. We know everything. Maybe not, it may not be all of us, but some of us, we know you. Because I have been to Sudan. I met journalists there, UN journalists. And these people, they represent France, America, Italy. You know what they do? They are sending their ex-military personnel as journalists. Ex-Marines, these journalists you are seeing in the Gambia, in Senegal, in Cameroon, in any other places, you think they are just mere journalists. No, these are weapon experts. They are ex-Marines, SAS, they are soldiers, well-trained soldiers, assassins. But
do you think these people will send just ordinary journalists who is not a military? They are not mad to do that.
Crazy.
They are not crazy.
It's crazy, man.
They will never send an ordinary journalist like that to pick him up and put him there. You can see only one female journalist who will pretend I'm a journalist in Sudan where there is war. Will they send an ordinary journalist like that where there is war?
Are you as smart?
So you can see it by yourself that they are sending ex-militaries or they are sending militaries because they are sending they will send one female to an African country where there is war. Yeah. How is that possible? If you don't have any experience of war, if that woman don't have any experience of weapon. So we know these things that these people are one of their things, one of their plans that they are doing always.
In Germany,
even when they send this journalist to Mali, a journalist they sent to Mali, a female journalist who went to the bush with the terrorists. I told them this female is not afraid. They said, is this journalist not afraid? I say he's not afraid because it's a female army. You don't understand. This one is an army. He can attack this terrorist can do nothing to him.
I'm telling you.
He was trained for it. So he knows what he is doing.
Pandi, in Germany, there is
but we see those people like ordinary journalists who don't know what to do.
There is a private military in Germany. 3 years ago, I met the camp I was living in Italy here. There is one guy who was working at the camp as a security person. But anytime I see this person, I see something different in him. Okay, and I was the most stubborn one in that camp. I was so stubborn in that camp. So you know, I look at this person. I know the reason why they brought him there at camp. I know the reason already because they know me. They know my history. They know my story because they have read my story already. So they know who I am. Okay, and I was not complying with whatever they will say. I was not complying. So I look at this man. I know straight away that he's an ex-military. Where I don't know wherever they get him, but he's an ex-military. So there was a day at around 3 o'clock at night. I was outside doing my push-ups, you know, at night. I was outside doing my push-ups. So I saw him coming. He came to me and he was talking to me, just two of us there. He saw me something and asked me, do you know what this thing is? I know that thing very well. From that moment, I know that a mere security person cannot hold this. You understand? But the following day, he came the same time because he's working there at that campus as a security man. I was doing my push-ups around 3 o'clock at night. Then he came the same time. He told me that there is a private military company in Germany called Blackwater. So if you want to join them, I can do whatever for you. This is not your place. This is how he was talking to me. This is not your place. This camp here, this is not your place. You will be paid. So I told him, okay, I don't know about this place. Just tell me about this place. He said it's a private military, but it's called Blackwater. So he gave me their sites. I went to the site and I discovered something. These are the people they send in Africa. These are assassins, well-trained people. They will send to Africa for missions. That's their mission. That's their mission. You understand? And if you go there, sometimes you find black people there. Because I went to one of their camp in Vicenza here, in Vicenza. They have a training base in Vicenza. I went there, not to join them, but to know. Man, these people have many different things that they send any journalist you see in Africa. You term him or her as a mere journalist, you are dead. I'm telling you. Moreover, the journalists who are going to the war zones, these are assassins.
Of course.
I'm telling you.
War zones, you know. I suspect that. Because a mere journalist will not be sent to a country where there is war. It's not possible. They are not stupid. These people love their peoples more than us. So they know what they are doing. A white man cannot send an ordinary journalist to African country where there is war. Even if there is no war, they will not send a ordinary journalist. It's not possible. All the journalists they send to Africa, you have never seen them on media saying that I'm a journalist. You have never seen them doing journalist job. It's just that when the time comes to send them to Africa, they name them as journalists. But you have never seen them anywhere as a journalist of that country.
I'm telling you.
So those are security agents who are very smart and intelligent and trained to do those jobs.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Yeah. Who is asking about the name of the private military? The
Africans need to wake up. It's the high time.
It's called Blackwater. If you want to search it, who is asking? Melanite. It's called Blackwater. If you want to search it, you can go and see it. These are the people who are sending to Iraq to assassinate whoever they want to. You understand? And even in Africa. So these are the military contractors they send to go and overthrow Ibrahim Traoré. You understand? These are the people. I'm telling you, we need to be aware of these people. We need to be aware of them. Pandi, I think I have taken so much of your time. You may be having some errands to run. You may be having some things to do. So yes, so
yeah. My brother, I will be the one to thank you. You don't have to thank me. Leave the thank for me. Let me do the thanking because I will be the one to thank you today. Because number one, I was surprised. Number two, to see a Gambian who is just speaking, having the same mentality like me, and I learn a lot from you today, and I'm so many people also watching learn a lot from you. This is why I really appreciate it, my brother, and I'm so happy, and I will thank you and thank you again for coming out for us to have this discussion. At least it may give chance to other Gambians also to have the same energy to come up and say, yeah, we need to do this together.
No.
You know, it's the energy
No.
because I see Gambia, we are lack of Pan-Africanism. All African countries are facing and saying that no more. We don't have to leave this in one person hand. We all have to do
Exactly.
it. But it's only Gambia. They said, if you say do Gambia have Pan-African, they say Usman Toure is there, MAICA is there.
Yeah.
But we are not the only citizens.
Right. Very right.
I said every black African is a Pan-African. Don't say we are Pan-African. All of us are Pan-African, except you refuse to become
Exactly.
one. But don't say you are not, because we all have the same hate. We all can narrate the same things with our senses.
Exactly.
So I really appreciate this, my brother. You came into my platform, and I know most of my followers learn a lot from you, as I learn a lot from you today. I swear to
The
God.
pleasure is definitely mine. Africa is for Africans, you know. It's us. It's us. Africa is for Africans, and we are in the time of a revolution to make Africa free, to let our people unknown people who are just, you know, who are not aware of things that is going on in the world. This is the right time for us to, you know, come and bring them on board, to spread the message and share everything that we know with them. You know, this is the time. There is nothing like going back. There is nothing like being afraid of, scared of anything. Nothing, you know. Africa, there are people who die for us today. We need to know this. There are people who sacrifice everything for us to be liberated today. There are people who fought for our independence. Today, a Gambian can stand and say that we have our independence because there are people who fight for it. There are people who fight for Guinea-Bissau, their independence. Senegal, every country is in Africa.
There are people who
like
die
this.
for it.
So we have to, you know, at least. Anyway, if I look at Pandi, I see the spirit of Kunta Kinte in Pandi. I see the spirit of Malcolm X, those black people who died for us. I see the spirit of, you know, Thomas Sankara in Pandi. So this is how every single African, when they look at you, they should see the spirit of at least our ancestors who have died for us. So this is the time. And I thank you so much, Pandi. I really appreciate your time today. I definitely appreciate your time. And I believe we will be doing this often, inshallah.
Thank you so much.
Yes, man.
Thank you so much, my brother. I will be so glad, you know, we could be doing this oftenly, you know, even in Mandinka, you know, local language, especially to face them a lot, to let them know so much and to let them wake up in a fast way. I think this will be the first way, because we all go in both directions and we all have the same dimension, you know, and towards our country, even our continent. So I'm so glad, and we'll make sure that we have a schedule for this, so that we will have it oftenly when we are all both free. We can do it in Mandinka, especially. I would love it in Mandinka, so that the people outside there, to let them wake up, you know, to give Africans some, especially Gambians.
Definitely.
Thank you so much, my brother. I really appreciate you coming to my platform, and like I said to Myanmar people, who learn a lot from you today. And we really appreciate it, you know. I can't thank you enough, you know, but God will bless you for us, you know. May God protect you and give you long life.
Amen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Pandi.
Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much, brother. You know, all the viewers also who have been with us here. Viewers, I will say thank you for being with us here, for watching us, and for wasting your precious time and coming to listen to us. You know, we all learn from each other, so I will thank all of you a lot, you know, for watching us. It's a brother from Gambia. I was surprised, and I knew he have a mentality like this. This is not something surprised like he have mentality like this, because I've been seeing him sharing things that are happening in Congo, or sometimes making a video about it, speaking. So when I saw him speaking like that in his videos, I was not surprised. Then you know, when he wanted to have a discussion with me and to talk about Africa, I was very happy. I was very glad. You know, no matter how he is older than me, he didn't see that this is my younger brother or this is too young. He came to me to have this discussion because he believed we can do it together. You know, together as one, we will be able to achieve something. So I think it's a very great idea, and I really appreciate him for that. And you also waste your precious time to come and watch us. May God bless you all. May God save all of us. May God save Africa. Whatever our enemies are planning against us shall never prosper. God shall always protect us against our enemies. Whatever our enemies plan against us shall go back to us sender. Thank you so much, guys, for being with us. I really appreciate it. So we will stop the live here. Maybe time to time we will have a schedule of this to do this program mostly. So that we could have more discussion and expose the evil that are planned against Africa. Most, somebody said let's give 100k likes. I think people try. I've given me 85 likes. I really appreciate, even if it is one like. I appreciate people who support, people who listen. Even if you don't support, you listen and get some knowledge from it. I'm okay with that, because it's not easy also. To take somebody attention to listen to you, to listen to whatever you said and learn a little from you. I really appreciate it when people listen and learn a little bit, and I also learn from people's, because I also listen to some people's. As a brother who came up here with us here, I learned a lot. I learned a lot from him. Many people also learn from him. So this is how the world goes. We learn from